get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. So you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and me. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and they. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.
Welcome to another episode of Drinking After Dark, a podcast where we discuss random topics while having a few drinks. I'm your host, Darius, and as always, drink responsibly. And y'all make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to Drinking After Dark podcast YouTube channel. Tonight, I'm actually drinking something different. I'm drinking on gin and juice right now. So this is something different. Well, I had it before, but I ain't had it in a very long time. So I decided, go ahead and go with it, try something a little different and everything like that. I hope you guys had a safe and happy Halloween and everything like that. I know a lot of your kids probably got a bunch of candy. I know parents like me probably took, quite a bit of their candy as well. So I just hope everybody had a safe and happy Halloween. And I know a lot of people talking about putting up their Christmas trees up right about now. So I mean, I've even heard people talking about before Halloween they were putting up their Christmas trees. So we're in the holiday season now. So I know a lot of people are excited, and with everything coming up, Thanksgiving coming up, and after that, some people do their Black Friday shopping, and I know a lot of stores got their Black Friday deals that's pretty much going on right now or about to start soon. So I know a lot of people looking forward to that and looking forward to spend time with your families and everything like that. Uh, so am I. So we need to go ahead and get into this topic. This I'm talking about this particular topic because it went viral. Because of who it is and everything like that. So Joe Smith wife, okay? Joe Smith wife. All right, before I get into who, uh, her name is hope I'm saying this right because I don't know who this is. I don't watch Basketball Wives or any reality show, whatever. But I think her name is Keisha Chavez. I hope I'm saying that right. But anyway, she is married to Joe Smith, who was a former NBA player who played about 16 years in the league. He was drafted in '95, number one overall pick. Really didn't live up to the hype of a number one overall pick, especially when you're picked ahead of guys like a Jerry Stackhouse, who led the league in scoring at one point. You had Damon Stoudemire. Who else was it? I think Rasheed Wallace was in that same class, if I'm not mistaken. I think Rasheed Wallace was in that class, and also, I mean, you got Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett. So, it's when you have those guys that you went before and you live up to the hype, you could get bounced around. But he was a star in college, went number one overall. Okay, now why am I bringing this up? Well, a clip went viral. I know probably a lot of you have seen it. His wife, this is his second wife, by the way. He divorced his first wife in 2011, uh, and stuff like that. But his wife, his current wife now, went viral for pretty much what she did. She recorded, I guess there's a little argument between her and Joe Smith about her having an OnlyFans. Okay. Now, Joe Smith was upset. All right. He was upset because he wasn't told about the OnlyFans account. right? He wasn't told about it, and I guess she never communicated to him that this is what she was going to do. Even though she doesn't have anybody else on her page, I think she's doing everything solo. To a married man, it doesn't matter. It's like the fact that you got an OnlyFans, and the way she's depicting it, it's her body, her voice, her decision, whatever. But he's upset mainly because she didn't tell him that you have an OnlyFans. Of course, if you married, you have a wife, and out the blue, she just got an OnlyFans, and you found out about it, you'll probably be upset too, because it's like you could have came to me and told me about all of this, right? And I don't know their situation. I guess apparently allegedly they're not doing well financially. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what would make her, if that's the case, you'll go and do OnlyFans. It's like, I don't know. It's the way she was sounding like they're not doing well financially in a mansion that they're currently in right now. I don't know. Let me see what Joe Smith is doing. But he is she basically went on, live. She even, felt like this not gonna ruin her marriage or anything like that. Um, my opinion about this is that, if you're gonna do something like having an OnlyFans, especially when you're married, I think you should tell your significant other that, hey, or you know what, have a conversation with them about it. I think that just to get their opinion on uh where your mindset is and everything like that, I think you should at least tell him, what is going through your mind, stuff like that. So he would know, so he won't be surprised by this. You know, even though OnlyFans has this image of, it's only for like adult entertainment. I mean, people use OnlyFans for many different things, right? Even it really came prominent really during the pandemic, when a lot of adult stars was using that platform to make money, because I guess apparently they don't really make much doing adult films like that. So they go to OnlyFans, and you've been hearing how much money some of these people are making on OnlyFans. Um, but it's more than just adult entertainment. I've heard people selling farts in a jar on OnlyFans, right? They It's crazy. I mean, it's people. It's your own content that you put out, and I guess if you can make money on it doing whatever you want to, I guess it's a great platform for you. But obviously, it was built. The name came to prominent during, because of the adult entertainers. I guess apparently she was in the adult entertainment industry before she got married. I guess Joe Smith knew about that. I guess, he thought, hey, I'm in the NBA. You don't have to do this stuff anymore. Uh, I got you. Apparently not, because she's doing OnlyFans now. I guess she got so used to a lifestyle. I guess it's not up to what it is. And one thing about professional athletes, a professional athlete usually would get that one big contract. No, they can have like two or even three. You got your rookie contract, and then you working on that next contract. That's pretty much where you're gonna get that big money. That's when you're gonna get the biggest money. The top superstars in each league, they always gonna get paid the most. That's just how it is in any league or any industry. The best is gonna get paid the most. But in this particular case, Joe Smith, I'm pretty sure he done he has done. I mean, you play 16 years in the league. I mean, you should be good. Um, Let me see. I guess he has a net worth of 100,000. And let's see how much money he made in the NBA. So it looks like he done made over $61 million um during his career. And let me see. Let me see. I guess he's a personal coach in the greater Atlanta area right now. Waiting, he's waiting to get an opportunity to, work in an organization, which I think eventually will happen soon. But this doesn't help right now. So I guess he has to wait for this to blow over in order to get a job, you know, uh, with the team in the NBA. Or, he could always, take the college route. I don't see a problem with him coaching college ball, and stuff like that. But uh I just feel like when it comes to something like that, and the negative connotation that comes with the name OnlyFans, you got a husband, at least talk, and that's what his whole point was. At least tell me, no, don't surprise me with this. Just tell me, right? And I guess she was so nonchalant about it. She's trying to argue her point, and the point I pretty much heard was, you know, things are not the same as they used to be. Well, when it comes to a professional athlete, you know, when those NBA checks stop, they stop. You don't get them. Some players have their checks deferred even well after their playing days. Kevin Garnett was one guy who had it deferred. I think Zach Randolph was another guy that had it deferred. So but it's only for a certain number of years, right? Um, the most famous athlete that actually was still getting checks well after they retired was Bobby Bonilla. That's Bobby Bonilla. Bobby Bonilla. He I hope I'm saying that last name right. He played Major League Baseball. He had a contract set up, and I guess his agent set it up so great to where he will still get it's like $1 million on a particular day for I forgot how many years. I forgot how many years he has left on that particular deal, but that's why I call it Bobby Bonilla Day because that's his payday, right? Well after he's done playing ball, he gets paid that money, well after. So he's not wondering where the next check is going to come from. He can still do what he want to do, but knowing he got this check coming, well after basketball. Then you got a lot of people out there who just not good with money, in terms of family, always asking for money. You have bad business deals. You're just spending on stuff that, you know, I get it. You worked hard for it and all of that, but you also got to remember when you spend money, you gotta make that money back plus more, in order to continue to have the lifestyle that you want to have. So, but his wife had the OnlyFans, and of course, she made another video, uh, basically saying she don't think that the her having the OnlyFans is gonna break up their marriage. I don't see it breaking up their marriage. I think it was just to me, it was just bad communication. Tell your husband. You brought up the point. He knew who you were before, you know, y'all started dating and y'all got married. He knew that. So it shouldn't be a shock. I think a lot of times people are trying to change people's nature, and that's not how it's supposed to be. So therefore, I just think that I'll put it to you this way: could she have done something else to make money? Yes, but some people, the only thing they might know is that to make money, right? That's the only thing they know. That might be their only skill to make money. It's like a lot of athletes. A lot of athletes, um, their skill set is basketball. They don't know how to really make money outside the sport or like football, whatever. That's why they stick with the game. You know, whether it's coaching, working in the front office, you know, stuff like that, because they might not have a skill outside of it. Very few athletes have the skill to go outside the sports realm and become a success. So, um, really, when it's all said and done, you could tell that she didn't speak to him about it because he was upset and he kept repeating it over and over and over again. He kept repeating it. Should have told me about this. Should have told me about this. She recorded the whole thing. I don't know what she was thinking about, you know, what type of um I don't know what type of feedback that she was going to get or whatever like that. But first off, a conversation like that should have never been posted online. That should have been private. That should have been a private conversation to where it's between you and your husband. I don't know what it is about people in today's age to where they got to record everything, right? You ain't got to record everything, especially when it comes to your marriage. You ain't got to record none of that. All you got to do is, you know, if there's a situation going on, turn off the phone, have a conversation with them. You ain't got to tell the world what's going on. You ain't got to tell the world because it's none of our business, right? If somebody probably would have came to him, but that particular situation should have never been caught on camera, right? But when a lot of people, and she's been on 2 reality shows, right? Say Yes to Dress and Basketball Wives. And when some people get used to that camera, they feel like they gotta have it on them at all times. And I don't think that shouldn't be the case. I think you should uh what you should do is just turn that camera off and have that conversation with your spouse. You shouldn't have to you shouldn't have to put it out there. And then it goes viral. Now you gotta explain yourself, you know, why it's viral and everything like that. That's all I'm saying. You know, that's all I'm saying. And but you know, something like this, it wouldn't by next week it'll be forgotten. It'll definitely be forgotten for sure. No, that's just my take on it. So we'll we'll see. I don't know how much money she's planning on making. I guess she hears from other celebrities who had an OnlyFans how they made really good money, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's a lifestyle that she wants to maintain, and that's why she's doing OnlyFans. So we just got to see what that is. All right. Before we go any further, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button to Drinking After Dark podcast. You know, tell your friends and family about it, and you know, support. You know what I mean? So, um, I want to talk real quick about this because I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. It's this it's a list pretty much that came out about where not to take, I guess, women on the first date, and it was all brought up because of the Cheesecake Factory. Girl said she didn't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory first date. I guess come to find out, it was a skit all along, but it did what it was supposed to do. You're gonna do skits. You want something that's gonna make people talk, and I guess they did what they supposed to do with the skit. So that's how it is. I'm trying to find the list. I had the list, but I know on the list, it it really gave a particular company a lot of publicity, marketing, and everything like that. Okay, I got the full list right here. So okay, so the list, number one is Cheesecake Factory. First off, the fact that you had time to even make a list like this, you got too much time on your hands, right? And I think me personally, if you're not going, somebody else will. So, and here's the thing: a Cheesecake Factory is not, it's not cheap. You know, I know when I went a couple of years ago, we don't have one in my hometown. We got to go down to Nashville, Cheesecake Factory. When I went a few years ago, just for me and my wife, it was about $80. So some of y'all are like, well, that's cheap. I'm like, all right, compare that to like an Applebee's or you know a Chili's or something like that, which is number 2 and 3 on the list, right? So the list goes like this, right? Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili. I'm reading from like one all the way down. So Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's, um, which I don't know, like sit down restaurants, whatever. Chipotle, I don't know why Chipotle is on the list because a guy's not taking you to Chipotle. Olive Garden, which is number 5. Number 6, the movies. The movies to me is that typical first date. And I feel like there's nothing wrong going to the movies on the first date. And I think a lot of women feel that same way too. Especially if you don't know a guy. And this is something that you got to understand. If you don't know a guy, the movies are a safe place to go. It's a safe place to go. All right. You gotta look at stuff from that standpoint. Um, your house, okay, I understand that. Your house. Any fast food chain, a guy's not taking you to like a McDonald's or Burger King. Buffalo Wild Wings, which what I find funny? They have Buffalo Wild Wings on here, but they don't have Hooters on here. Or a Tilted Kilt or Twin Peaks. I don't know. Wingstop, which is a fast food chain. Uh, so I don't know why they put Wingstop on there. Red Lobster, okay. A buffet, IHOP. A guy's not taking the IHOP on the first date. Uh, Denny's. A guy's not taking the Denny's on the first date. Which is kind of funny because you didn't put Waffle House on here. How funny is that? The gym. Not taking the gym on the first date. Church. I highly doubt a guy vision of a first date is church. Okay. Starbucks. They put Starbucks / coffee dates. Now, you could lump that in together. If it's a morning time, y'all just meet up and say, "Hey, this could be a date." So be it. Ice cream dates. I don't know why y'all don't want ice cream dates. If y'all think y'all too good for ice cream, whatever. Family functions. A guy's not taking you to a family function on the first date. This is what gets me about this list. A lot of stuff on this list, he's not taking you regardless. Okay. So I don't know why this even a thing, right? Movie night. So I'm guessing movie night is your house, which you can lump that in, right? Your house, movie night, your house. I guess you can lump that into one. So I get it. Somewhere that requires a long drive. Now, this one definitely should be on the list. I actually agree with this because you don't know especially on the first date. You might know them, but not too well to know them. And there's some crazy people out here, so I actually agree with that. A long drive, and yeah, so that definitely should be on the list. So I agree with that one. Bowling. Bowling is a fun time. What is wrong with bowling? Nightclubs. A guy's not taken to a nightclub on the first night. He's not going. Yeah, he's not going to take you to a nightclub on the first night. Hookah bar, a bar for drinks. In a way, you could kind of lump that together. If you do hookah, both y'all do hookah, I think it'd probably be a good idea. a bar just for drinks, hey, it could be a great time. So the problem is that what are you looking for on the first date, right? You talking about first impression, but the first impression should be a good time. And if this guy's not having a good time with you, you think he's going? No, he ain't gonna call you back. It might be mutual because you're not getting what you want. I don't know what you want. A 5-star restaurant? You ain't getting no 5-star restaurant on the first date. Uh, but they do have Waffle House down here. But why they got it at 27? You're not going to Waffle House on the first date. You're not doing that. Okay. So I see it is on this list. Waffle House first date, which he's. Let's just be honest. Best time to go to Waffle House is after midnight. Let's just be honest about that. And the last on the list is sports events. If you're talking like NBA, like let's say NBA, you wouldn't take a date to go to an NBA game, right? We're not talking college, we're not talking hockey or baseball, anything like that. We're talking about like NBA or even you could say NFL, right? I don't see what the problem is. One thing about this list is that it is I personally think it's a stupid list because most of the things a guy's not taking you to anyway. And I know Cheesecake Factory is so happy about this list because you gotta think they got a lot of free marketing off of this. And I guarantee you a lot of women are like, sure, take me to Cheesecake Factory. I heard that a lot of women like, sure, they don't want to go, I go. You know what I mean? A lot of women they'll go to Applebee's too. If the problem is you're looking for an experience, but you're not telling us what that experience is, right? Why a guy has to go right off the bat and give you an experience? Like I don't get that. I don't understand that. So I think the list is it was just a waste of time. Honestly, you could have put other things on there that y'all might not like. A lot of this stuff, we already know. We already knew about the list and stuff like that. So, and I gotta ask for the women, like, what's the age range of the women that put this list together? Because if you're like 21, 22, more than likely you're gonna mess around with a college student. He ain't taking you to no fancy restaurant. He ain't doing that. So I just think that a good first date really should be about, you know, one, getting to know that person and see the vibe is right, more so than the date itself, right? So I think this list is just a waste of time. Again, yeah, people got too much time on their hands to put together a list like this. And come to find out, I think that I said before, the lady that went viral, I think they came out and said that was a skit or something like that. Uh, it's just what I heard, so don't know. But yeah, quite a few things on this list a guy's not doing, and some of the stuff I kind of agree with you guys. Look, your house, which also means watching movies at your house and all that. It's not first date, you know. But some of the stuff y'all did put on here, it was stupid. Gym, family functions, uh, nightclubs, Waffle House, Denny's, IHOP, Chipotle, any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop. You know the fact. So you mean to tell me I could take you to Hooters, but not Buffalo Wild Wings? Okay, that's all thing I'm saying. So I think the list is stupid. I think it was a waste of time. It'll just get people talking, stuff like that. Um, the experience to be how you feel about that person and all of that. If you want a great experience, go do it yourself. If you're not willing to do it yourself, then don't ask for it. That's all I got to say about that. About this list, just a waste. All right, y'all, man. We coming to the end of the episode, man. Thanks again for tuning in with me Again, y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. New episodes are uploaded every Friday on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to podcasts. Until next time, I'm Darius. We out. Peace.
Gotta get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. So you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and me. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and they. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.